your guru, king of Vaidurya light. And I'll just admit it right away. I'm kind of nervous, so I'll, it, uh, I'll do my best. I took a lot of notes, which is always a good thing, but sometimes they can work against you. Because I had a couple of drafts and then I thought I had it cleaned up, and then Kendra gave a new one today. And so I was trying to transport that, but I've made a few mistakes. So just please be patient. And if anything sounds terribly wrong, you can feel free to interrupt. But one thing I did want to say is I'm really happy to be able to lead this sadhana practice. I feel really honored by your invitation, Lama Yeshe Ling. And also, I was thinking of how Geshe Sonam and Kedra did this new sadhana practice for us. They made it for us because they wanted something that is a combination of Panchen Chögyi Gyaltsen and Chundan Rinpoche's uh, sadhana practices. And I feel like that is such an incredible gift that we've received. And so it makes my motivation so much stronger to be able to practice. And I don't think of it necessarily as trying to do a perfect practice, but to do something sincerely from my heart, to visualize what the purpose is for having Medicine Buddha um, as a part of our lives. And also because in October, one of my cats that had lived with us for 15 years died, and I had practiced a short medicine Buddha practice that His Holiness the Dalai Lama had written for his some of the monks, I think, in Gyuto, and I was practicing that, and the first few days of practice, I felt like I was really helping my kitty. I felt really wonderful. And then I realized he had late stage cancer. And so the vet had actually said he has about 1 or 2 months to live, and we don't want to predict it, but just so you know. And I thought, okay, I'm going to just practice and maybe he'll feel better. And in the beginning, he seemed to be fine. And then he had this rapid deterioration. And in the end, I kept the practice going, and I realized it wasn't for the reasons I thought initially. I thought that, oh, maybe I can like send some cure to him, or maybe, oh, and then as I was going along, I realized he seemed more worried about me than I wanted him to be. So I think that's another thing that when we put into practice, it's really important to not try to feel grand and special in a way that doesn't help your sincerity and honesty for others because you care about them. Because in the end, it's all about who you are and how kind and compassionate you can be. And that really does communicate. It's not all the things you're trying to pretend to be on top of that. And I think that's what my little cat taught me. So with that, I'm going to begin with our practice. Um, I'm going to try and read some of the Tibetan phonetics, but I think it's going to sound a little bit funny sometimes because a lot of the words I know what they are, but others I'm not really sure. But I think because I've learned Tibetan, and I think there's value in hearing the Tibetan language. My teacher, Chonla Rato Rinpoche, said that the Tibetan will tell you everything you need to know. And I really feel that that's true. And one of the things I wanted to talk briefly about is the word sadhana in Tibetan is druptab, and it's like your method for achieving enlightenment. And what is enlightenment? It's Jangchup, which is the purification of your mind and being able to accomplish the chup part is being able to accomplish that purification. So those two things right there are sort of hints on how your practice should be. And the word bodhicitta is Jangchup Kisem, which is the mind that is purified and brings about enlightenment to you. So those are just some things I'd like you to keep in mind. And then let's begin with a short shamatha practice of breathing because I've noticed recently that I tend to get very nervous and distraught about things lately. And this, I just like to have us breathe quietly. So just sit in a comfortable position and maybe you keep your back straight. You're just going to have your hands now in dhyana meditation pose, left hand holding the right, the thumbs are touching, and rest them in your lap. And just breathe. Just notice your breath. And you're just going to try and see if you can make your inhalation the same length as your exhalation. And if your inhalation is longer than your exhalation, just make it shorter or the reverse. And then I'd like to do this one meditation that I really liked that His Holiness the Dalai Lama did in his film, The Wisdom of Happiness. You inhale, hold the breath, and exhale. You can count it. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do that 5 more times. And just dissolve this meditation and relax. And then I'll begin the reading of the sadhana. Chokchu dusam gi desing shepa tamche ki kusung tuk yunden trinle tamche chidu dupe ngowor gyurpa chi chogi pongpo tongdak chu sashi jungne pakpe gendun tamche ki ngadak tinchen tawa da gangyu parche pepel den lama tampa namla gyapsu chio, the extensive refuge. Nature incorporating the entire body, speech, mind, qualities, and activities of all the Tathagatas of the 3 times and 10 directions, source of 84,000 collections of dharmas, Lord of all Arya Sangha, I seek refuge in the kind and glorious holy root and lineage gurus. Dzogpe Sangye Namla Gyapsu Chio. I seek refuge in the completely enlightened Lord Buddhas. Dampe Chunam La Kyap Fu Si Chiyo. I seek refuge in the Holy Dharma. Pakpa Gendun Namla Kyapsu Chiyo. I seek refuge in the Arya Sangha. Chomden de Mengi La Dewar Shekpa Che. Gyaki Latuk Kordang Chepa Namla Gyapsu Chiyo. I seek refuge in the eight brothers gone to bliss, the Lord of Medicine Buddhas, with their hosts of retinue deities. Pel Gondampa Chogyong We Songma Yeshe Gi Chendang Dempa Namla Gyapsu Chiyo. I seek refuge in the eight brothers gone to bliss, the Lord Medicine Buddhas and their hosts of retinue deities. Pel Gundampa Chogyong We Songma Yeshe Gi Chendang Dempa Namla Gyapsu Chiyo. Pel Gundampa Chogyong We Songma Yeshe Gi Chendang Dempa Namla Gyapsu Chiyo. Pelgon Damba Chukyong We Sungma Yesheki Chendang Denpa Namla Gyapsu Chiyo. I seek refuge in the glorious holy protectors, Dharma protector guardians, endowed with the wisdom eye. I seek refuge in the glorious holy protectors, Dharma protector guardians, endowed with the wisdom eye. I seek refuge in the holy protectors, Dharma protector guardians, endowed with the wisdom eye. Abbreviated refuge in bodhicitta. Sangye chodang tsuki chunam la, chanchu partu dani kapsuchi, dagi jinsuki pe sonam ki, dola penche sangye tu parshuk, sangye chodang tsuki chunam la, chanchu partu dani kapsuchi, dagi jinsuki pe sonam ki, dola penche sangye tu parshuk, sangye chodang tsuki chunam la, chanchu partu dani kapsuchi, dagi jinsuki pe sonam ki, dola penche sangye tu parshuk. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, Dharma, and Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. In this way arise bodhicitta and refuge. And next we're going to do the four immeasurables. Semchen tanje dewa dang dewe gyu dan den bar gyor jik. Semchen tanje dungao dangi lu dang dwa war gyor jik. Semchen tanje dungao mepe dewa dang mitra war gyor jik. Semchen tanje nyering cha dang ni dang dan ne tam yung chen bala ne bar gyor jik. May all living beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all living beings, sentient beings, be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from the desire for friends and hatred for enemies. Let's just take a moment to contemplate what this is actually saying. When we say, may all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness, may we wish that every single sentient being possess happiness and all its causes, and how wonderful it would be if they could possess that. If they could achieve this happiness, it would be so wonderful. May I bring them to this state. Not only may this be so, but I pray that this is so. And this is the definition of love. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings, how wonderful it would be for them if they could be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. If they could achieve this freedom from suffering, it would be so wonderful. May I bring them to this state. I pray that this may be so. This is the definition of compassion. May all living beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May every single sentient being be free from, inseparable from happiness and free from suffering. How wonderful it would be if all living beings could be inseparable from happiness and free from suffering. How wonderful it would be if they could achieve this. May I bring them to this state, and not only may this be so, I pray that it is so. May all living beings, and this third one is joy, and the last one of the four immeasurables is equanimity. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from desire for friends and hatred for enemies. May every single sentient being abide in equanimity, be free from the desire for friends and hatred for enemies. How wonderful it would be if they could have achieved this equanimity. It would be wonderful if I could bring them to this state. I pray that this might be so. And take a moment to think of love, the wish for happiness, and the causes of happiness, compassion, freedom from suffering and the causes of suffering, joy, being inseparable from happiness that is free from suffering, and equanimity, where all beings will be free from the desire for friends and hatred for enemies. Next, we're going to make a prostration and supplication to the Eight Thatagatas. Chomden de Deshing Shapada Chomba Yanda Bazobe Sange Tsen Lekbar Yung Drakpa Ki Gyabola Chag Zelo Chudo Gyapsu Chiho. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned, glorious, excellent, King of excellent signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Chomden de Deshing Shapada Chomba Yanda Bazobe Sange Rinpoche, Dangwa, Dangdawa, Dangpa, Bangpe Maruptu, Gempe, Ke Paziji Trayanki, Gyobola Chagzalo Chudo Gyapsu Chio. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Chomden de Deshing Shepada Chomba Yanda Bazobe Sange Ser Sangdime Sangtime Rinchin Nangla Dangtu Shudupe La Chakzo Lo Chodo Gyapsu Chio. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Chomden de Deshing Shepada Jomba Yanda Bazobe Sangen Yangen Mechuk Pela Chaksalo Chodo Gyapsu Chio. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Chomden de Deshing Shepada Chomba Yanda Bazobe Sange Chodak Gyatso Yanglad Chakteldo Chodo Gyapsu Chio. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean of proclaimed Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Chomden de Deshing Shepada Chomba Yanda Bazobe Sange Chugyat Gyatso Chugi Lo Nam Parropa Mumpar Kempe Gyabola Chakzelo Chudo Gyapsu Chio. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Chomden de Shingsha da Jumpa Yanda Bazo Be Sange Mengi La Be Duryogi Gobala Chaksa Lo Chudo Gyapsu Chi O. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, king of lapis light, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Chomden de Shingsha da Chomba Yanda Bazo Be Sange Pegel Shakya Tupala Chaksa Lo Chudo Gyapsu Chi O. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. And next, the seven-limb prayer. Gosum gupe gonge chakta lo ngosham ito chodim malu po tokpa tokme ne sa ditong tamche shak kebak gewe namla je irang. I prostrate reverently with my body, speech, and mind. I present clouds of every type of offering, both actually arranged and mentally emanated. I confess all my negative deeds, actions, and downfalls collected from beginningless time. I rejoice in the virtues of ordinary beings and Aryas. Korwa matong bardu lekshukne, dola chugi korlo korwa dang, dakshen genam changchuk chempormo. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for transmigratory beings. I dedicate my own and others' virtues to great enlightenment. And next is our short mandala offering. Sa shi perki chukshing me tuk drop, re rab ling shi ni de genpa sangye shing du mik de uwa yi, dokun nam la shing la chupar shung. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha land and offer it. May all beings enjoy such pure lands. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. If you translated this mantra into English, it would be, I offer this jeweled mandala to the teacher. And now we come to the instantaneous self-generation. And I have a number of notes for this, so I hope it's not too confusing when you hear it. Instantly I rise in the form of Medicine Buddha, king of Vaidurya light, blue in color, with one face and two arms. So from our ordinary body, speech, and mind dissolves into emptiness, and we arise and let go of our ordinary beings. And we arise as Medicine Buddha, blue of Vaidurya light, and he dissolves into emptiness. And all the objects of refuge are very pleased, and they dissolve into light and into us. We imagine that we arise in the form of the deity of Medicine Buddha. He's dissolving into us, and we are able to direct our mind of wisdom, seeing emptiness. And our ordinary mind dissolves into emptiness as we arise as Medicine Buddha. And then we do the blessing of the action vase and water. Visualize that inside the action vase on a sun cushion is a hum syllable, surrounded by the mantra from which light rays radiate. These draw on the blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions in the form of light rays, which dissolve into the hum and mantra garland within the vase. The light rays transform into a stream of nectar that transcends and dissolves into the vase water, bestowing blessings. Om Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Humpe. This mantra has some significance that could be helpful when you're doing this reading practice to know what some of the mantras mean. So Om has body, speech, and mind. Vajra is indestructibility, to cut through ignorance. Amrita is the nectar of immortality. Hana Hana calls the deity into us. Kundali is energy to transform into the action of cutting the wisdom, cutting the obstacles before us, and to dispel negativity. And Hum is the power of transformation. Hum again. Pe is cutting through the obstacles. Om Vajra Amrita Hana Hana Hum Pe. The Hum syllable dissolves into the Hum syllable and the mantra garland dissolve into light and merge with the water in the vase. Then you sprinkle the offerings. Om Vajra Amrita Umpe. And you can move that up, Abhilash. Yes, thank you. Om Vajra Amrita Umpe. Amrita is the nectar that's blessing the vase and the vase water. And the vase water has, of the offerings, there are 5 offerings of substance, mudra, mantra, samadhi, and accomplishment. Om Swabhava Shuddha, Sarvadharma Swabhava Shuddha Ham. And this mantra is the mantra of emptiness. Om is your body, speech, and mind. Swabhava is your own being. Shuddha is purity. Sarvadharma Swabhava Shuddhaham. And this all dharma is all the phenomena, as was spoken of this morning by Geshe. And that being is also pure and empty. And by understanding that, cleansing, everything becomes emptiness. Om Swabhava Shuddha Sarvadharma Swabhava Shuddhaham. Everything becomes emptiness. From emptiness arise Om syllables, which melt into light. They transform into vast jeweled vessels, inside of which Ah syllables melt into light and transform into offering substances, clear and unobstructed. These equal the extent of space. Om Vajra Argam, Padyam, Pushpe, Dupe, Aloke, Gande, Naividya, Shapta, Ahum Swaha. And these are the offerings that you make into the offering water. I'm just checking to see if I have other notes here. I think we've spoken of this before. When you make the offering water, you have the argam is the offering water, the padyam is the water to clean your feet, pushpe are flowers, dupe is incense, aloke are lights, gande um, is also a kind of incense, and naividya, food, shabda are a sound, ahum swaha. Tuche kuna nyompe chomdende, tensan tupe nyendo dunelso, dusam nesa sange mengila, bejo giola chag tselo. To the Bhagavan, who is compassionate to all, merely hearing your name removes all suffering and purifies the diseases of the 3 poisons. I pay homage to you. Vaidurya light. Next, we're going to do a visualization of self-generation. And once again, we have this mantra of Om Swabhava Shuddha Sarvadharma Swabhava Shuddhaham. Everything becomes emptiness. From emptiness, a Pam syllable arises, melts into light, and transforms into a lotus. Upon the lotus, the syllable A arises and transforms into a moon cushion, where your mind transforms into a blue syllable Hum, from which light rays emanate, making offerings to the holy beings and accomplishing the welfare of sentient beings. The light rays gather back into the Hum. You transform into Bhagavan, King of Medicine, with a blue body, one face, and two hands. Your right hand is in the mudra of giving the Dharma and holds the stem of an arura plant, the antidote to the 440 diseases. Your left hand is in the mudra of meditative equipoise, upon which sits an alms bowl filled with the nectar of deathlessness. Your holy body is adorned with the 3 Dharma robes, saffron in color. You're ornamented with the marks and signs of a Buddha. Your feet are in the Vajra posture. Your forehead is adorned with an Om, your throat with an Ah, your heart with a Hum. From the seed syllable at the heart, light rays emanate, summoning the Sugatas of the 10 directions and the aspect of Buddha Vaishacya gurus. Om Vajra Samaja, Ja Hum Bam Ho. They dissolve into each other, becoming inseparable. Take a moment to really see if you can visualize this transformation. And then now we invite the empowering deities and the receiving of the Abhisheka. Again, and I just wanted to clarify that this word Abhisheka is an empowerment. So it's not, it's so that you can have the feeling that you are creating a ritual for yourself to become Medicine Buddha. And then you've also created the images of all the Medicine Buddhas. Again, light rays emanate from the seed syllable at the heart. The empowering deities of the 5 families and their retinues are gathered together. Om Vajra Samaja. All you Tathagatas, please bestow empowerment upon me. Having thus requested, you say, so just want to make sure. Om Vajra Bhava Abhishincha Hum. And having said this, they bestow empowerment by pouring the vase water in the crown. This fills the body and purifies stains. The excess water at the crown transforms into Akshobhya Buddha as a crown ornament. And this morning, Geshe Sonam was talking about how when practicing Kriya Tantras with the 6 deity classes practice, only sound fills space. And gradually the sound penetrates all the realms of existence. So before, for me, I realize I usually, when I practice, it seems like it's very visual and I don't really include this even when saying the mantra, really consider the sound as being as sacred as it is. Until you actually say a mantra and repeat it, when you finish saying the repetitions, it does feel as though your mind is completely filled with this kind of vibration and calmness that the mantra does have and produce. Oh, it's just, sorry, I was just reading the note. Okay.
Yeah, Annie, I was just drawing your attention. So I think that those extra line of offerings was in every offering paragraph, so it's still in this one. So I was just gonna warn you.
Okay. Oh, so then Om Sarva Tathagata Vaishya Guru Bandurya Prabha Rajaya Saparivara Ardham Padyam Pushpe Dupe Aloke Gande Naivedye Shabda Praticha Hum Swaha. Oh,
So it should
yes.
end there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I thought I got rid of all of those.
I
Anyways, my apologies.
I managed to cross out that part, but I didn't realize that I hadn't read all of the offerings. Okay. Thank you. Then we'll continue then with the praise. Tuche kunla nyompe chomden de tsensam tupe nyansung nyandro dungel so dusam nesel masange mengila bedur ya kiola chak tselo. To the Bhagavan, who is compassionate to all, merely hearing your name removes all suffering and purifies the diseases of the three poisons. I pay homage to you, Vaidurya light. Now perform the recitation. Upon a moon disk at your heart, surrounding the seed syllable, is a rotating mantra garland which light rays radiate. These make offerings to the holy beings and achieve the welfare of sentient beings. All the compassion, blessings, energy, and spiritual power of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas is brought forth in the aspect of light rays, and these dissolve into you. Whom radiates nectar, blessing all sentient beings around us. And now I realize that it's really quite early because I've been so nervous. I've been reading quite quickly. But let's do the long mantra. I'd like to do that 7 times. And then we are going to do the short mantra for a mala. Om Namo Bhagavate Veganse Guru Bindurya Prabharajaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benganse Maha Benganse Raja Samugate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Venganse Guru Bedurya Prabharajaya Tathakataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Venganse Maha Venganse Raja Samugate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Venganse Guru Bindurya Prabharajaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Benganse Maha Benganse Raja Samugate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Benganse Guru Bindurya Prabhanajaya Tathagataya Arahate Samyak Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benganse Maha Benganse Raja Samugate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Venganse Guru Bindurya Prabharajaya Tathagata Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benganse Maha Benganse Raja Samugate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Venganse Guru Bandurya Prabharajaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benganse Maha Benganse Raja Samugate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Venkanse Guru Bendurya Prabhupada Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Rajat Samukate Swaha Tayata Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Rajat Samukate Swaha Tayata Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayata Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayata Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayata Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayata Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Maha Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Maha Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Maha Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha Tayate Om Venkanse Venkanse Maha Venkanse Venkanse Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Tayate Om Bengenze Bengenze Maha Bengenze Bengenze Raja Samukate Swaha. Take a moment to notice how when you finish your mantra recitations, how the rest of your body feels. Sometimes afterwards, you might feel more vibrant. And see if you can recall yourself as Medicine Buddha, Vaishya Guru. And now we're going to recite the 100-syllable mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manubalaya Vajrasattva Dvenu Patishtra Didame Vava Sutoshema Vava Suposhema Vava Anaraktame Vava Sarvasidame Prayacha Sarvakamasu Chame Chitam Sriram Kuru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vajra Mame Muncha Vajra Bhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. I seem to be missing a page. Could you forward that, Abhilash? I feel like it. Yeah, keep going to the next page. Yes, thank you. Major padang nyampadang kangyang dangmung loye ni gi padang ni gi tsel chen deyang su parte du so. Okay, thanks, Kedrib. Whatever I've done or caused to be done that was unprepared or degenerated or done with my deluded mind, please be patient with all of these. Duden semchen sonam men rignyon mundang remaring pakpe dukong matukpa deyang super du sol. Whatever the beings of this degenerate age have done of lesser merit mixed with ignorant delusions, they did not fill the Arya's wishes. Please be patient with these as well. Serne wangyur mike pa, krupa nyenshing shamye pa, gumbo tuje chedem pa, deyang zupar tseldu so. Under the influence of miserliness, lacking in skill, having made bad offerings or faulty arrangements, O protector, endowed with great compassion, please be patient with these as well. Lakpa dangi chepa dang, chuge, yenlak nyampa dang, dagi jenga chichipa, deyang zubar tseldu so. Whatever was superfluous or left undone, degeneration parts of the ritual, or whatever was forgotten, please be patient with these as well. And then the praise again. Tuje chuna kunla nyombe chumden de tensam tupe nyendo dunga so dusam neser sangye mengila bendur yagi yola chag tselo. To the Bhagavan, who is compassionate to all, merely hearing your name removes all suffering and purifies the diseases of the three poisons. I pay homage to you, Vaidurya light. Gewa di nyurduda, sangye menla dupjerne, doa chikyang malupa, dei sala gupar shuk. Due to this virtue, may I quickly become a Guru Buddha and lead all transmigrator beings without exception to that state. And then I'd just like to make the concluding prayers. Do you have those, Abhilash? I can say one of the ones that I always like to say is, oh, great, thank you. If you could go back to, I think it's the, yes, Jangchuk Simchuk. Yes, to actualize bodhicitta. This is our wish to attain the mind of enlightenment. Jangjub Sentrug Rinpoche, Mageba Nyamje Jujik, Kieba Nyamba Meba Yang, Kongne Gongdu Pewar Shuk. May the precious bodhicitta that has not arisen, not yet born, arise. May that arisen not decline, but increase more and more. And the next one for emptiness. Tongni tawa rinpoche, ma gepa nyamje jurchi, gepa nyamba mepa yang kongne gong du pelwarshuk. May the precious view of emptiness not yet born arise. May that arisen not decline, but increase more and more. And then I think you can now go to, yes, this one, to dedicate in the same way as all past Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Jampo Paula Chichester Dang, Kundu Sampo Dayang Deshin De Kun Gungi Jesu Da Lochir, Gewa Dida Tamche Rabdungu. I fully dedicate all these virtues to be able to train just like the hero Manjushri, who knows reality, and just like Samantabhadra as well. Dusum shepe gyawa tamcheki, ngowa kanga chudu ngapate, dagi gewe tawati kunkyang, sompo chuchu rabdu ngowargi. I fully dedicate all my roots of virtue. With the dedication praised as the best by the gone beyond victorious ones of the 3 times, in order to have good conduct. This is from the Samantabhadra prayer, King of Prayers, by the Buddha. And then last, for the long life is His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Kangri Rawe Kordwe Shin Kam Dir, Pendang Dewa Malu Jongwe Ne, Chen Rezi Wan Tenzin Gyatso I, Shape Site Pardu Den Kyurchi. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chen Rezi Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And I like to finish also with from Shantideva's Bodhisattva Way of Life, one of His Holiness Dalai Lama's favorite prayers. Chisi namka neba dang, doa chisi negu ba, desi dani negu ne, doe dungel sawar shuk. For as long as space remains, as long as sentient beings remain, so may we too remain and dispel the miseries of the world. Thank you very much, everyone, for putting up with all of my mistakes. And I really enjoy practicing together with you. If you have any kind of questions I might be able to answer, I have a lot that I can't answer myself, but any kind of questions, please feel free to ask. Maybe we can pool the ideas and thoughts. And also, I just really appreciate this opportunity to lead this practice with you. And it would be really nice sometime to do this more often and maybe have the Tibetan written too. But thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you
Yes,
so much.
Natalie.
Oh yeah, thank you very much, Annie. That was really beautiful. I have a question. Do you know about the vase, the blessing vase that you have the water in and then it becomes blessed? What do we do with the water afterwards?
I would defer to someone else. Marjorie,
Yeah.
do you have something that you could contribute to that? Because to be really honest, my teacher, who was such an interesting man, I studied with him for 21 years. And he asked me if I was married, and I said, yes, I am. He said, is he Buddhist? And I said, no, he's not. So he said, okay, so don't be weird, meaning don't do these kind of practices that makes him freaked out. So I didn't learn a lot of them as a result of it. He decided that he would protect me from getting in trouble. So if someone else can give, I'm sure that it's too bad Kedrov's gone, but maybe Marjorie, you can offer something. Yeah.
No, I really don't know what you do with it
I know.
afterwards.
I know.
Dekali?
Yep. I know. Definitely.
Yes.
Having
Oh,
been
great.
having been a nun, we sure had to know.
Oh,
So this is blessed substance, so there's no way you can throw it out. So what you do is you can decide. It's the best thing to do is water your plants. Offer it
wonderful.
to the plants, or if you got a dog or cat, offer it to their drinking water. Anything like that. But it can't be thrown out.
Can people drink it or is it just for other beings?
I don't know if I haven't found that I've actually drank it, and I don't know why. I think because I made the offering.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was wondering. That
So
was
the
the thing.
karma's
Yeah.
kind of, and for years and years and years, I never would eat the food offering
Mhm.
that was there, and then did something with Paula Chichester this year, and she explained a thing about eating your own offering, that offering, and but there's something you need to do to it so that basically you're not making an offering, so you can, hey, I like Oreo cookies, I'll put that one out because I'm going to get it after anyway, so that's no offering.
Yeah.
So I make it a point that if there's, like, what I do is I accumulate the offerings that I've made, candies or whatever they are, and when I've accumulated enough, I just drop them at the no another thing, you're not supposed to put them on the floor, but I put them somewhere where every person in my condo suddenly has a goodie that they don't know where it came from.
that's good.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Thank you.
Thank
Also,
you for
do you
doing
know if you don't have a bampa, can you just use like another kind of
A
vessel?
bupa vase.
Yeah, yeah.
Just create something that's like it, or just like, I use an 8 cup. Um, you know, just imagine it like, whatever we're creating, just imagine that it is a boomba,
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, we're going to die, and the only thing that's left is what we could imagine.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. That made me think of Chungla Rinpoche, who he had been a High Lama for so long and was the Dalai Lama's debating partner in Lhasa. But by the time I met him, he was in his 70s, and he had pared down how he taught a lot. And so whenever I asked him for advice, first of all, I always thought was really troubled. And when I got to him, I forgot all my questions because he made me feel so happy. So then I had to write them down to see if I could remember them. And somehow they'd never quite seem to apply. And he would just laugh when he saw me. But but one of the things that he gave me was the simplicity of being a practitioner is not I think he wanted me to know that I didn't need to get too worried about certain things, but just to be a sincere person. And he said the Dharma, it's the Dharma that you need to know. And everything else will be answered for you if you do that. And so that's why I started to study Tibetan, because I thought, well, I want to be able to understand His Holiness in his own language. And even though he has got great translators, they always seem to talk more than he does. And then when he speaks in English, it was always very, very straightforward and simple. And Chögyam Rinpoche was exactly the same way. I think some of my biggest memories of Chögyam Rinpoche was that a lot of his advice was three words or 4 words, so so that I wouldn't forget. So,
I really appreciated when you translated the mantras again because, we say them every day, and then sometimes I kind of lose sight of what they're actually meaning. So I really appreciate when you do that with the practice.
thank you. Yeah, I realized I forgot to include the Vajrasattva mantra because I had the translation of it, but I got so confused with my notes because I took too many. I had 3 days worth. And then when I get confused and nervous, then I talk really fast. But
We were here.
yes, thank you. Thank you for staying. Any other comments or anything anyone would like to share?
Yeah, I will.
Yes, thank you, Lee.
I've just spent so much time. One of my areas of whatever has been palliative care and training palliative care doctors and things like that. So, but based on the training I've had as a Tibetan Buddhist, and how important this medicine Buddha practice is for someone who's dying. Doing this for someone who's dying, you know, in those late stages is very, you know, very, very important.
I certainly felt it with my cat, that when we had gotten the all of the scans back, the vet had said, she showed me all the things that were growing inside of him because he had lymphoma, and she said it's only going to increase and he'll swell. And we can give him prednisolone to sort of reduce the swelling, but he's too weak to have any kind of chemo. I would advise against it. And when she said that, he was just jumping around and just his usual self. But within weeks, he started, and then I realized that I think what I started to realize, because my dad died when I was pretty young, was it took so long to get over that because I was not or to understand what had happened. I wasn't a Buddhist yet, so there was a lot of suffering. I was trying to hang on to him because he kept coming back to visit me and talk to me. But with my cat, it was different. I felt like any kind of expectations I might have that medicine Buddha might do for him were turned upside down. It's like it's not up to you what's happening to him, was what I realized.
He's going to happen. He's going to help in whatever stage needs to happen. It seems.
Yes, yeah.
He's not the cure all. He's going to help the mind do what it has to do.
Yes. And
So,
thank you. I spoke to Serko Rinpoche about saying the Samantabhadra prayer and medicine Buddha every day for him, and he died, and I was just totally crushed in a way that I didn't realize it.
Yeah, I imagine.
And the 49 days, you know, we're getting to 47. I'm still feeling really bad. I think I might have let go of my dad faster than that, but I don't.
That's all right. Give it 49 days.
Yeah, and so
one thing I wanted to add in there, that if you know if you're doing that for someone who is dying, then don't weird them out.
Yeah.
You know, I would never weird out my mom right before she died with a bunch of Buddhist stuff. But that's a very private, silent practice I would do. Just because I'm praying to the medicine Buddha and you know all kinds of deities, really doesn't mean that they're going to show up in that form. They're going to show up in a form or an energy that's going to help her. That's their bodhisattva vows. So you know, we don't have to worry that some weird thing, apparition, is going to show up and scare the hell out of her. You know, they'll do what they got to do.
I remember talking to Serko Rinpoche, and he said, you know something? I think you better look out for him. You've done a lot. You've done a lot of prayers for him, so that don't get so upset about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming today, and nice to meet you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Annie.
Thank you, Abhilash. It was lovely to be able to see you and meet you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you very much.
Everybody.
Thank you.